My brother in
Okay.
Pisas.
We're
That's
starting-
literally worse than saying the N-word.
We're starting in 5 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, hello everyone. Welcome back to Podcastsus. This is probably episode 6. I don't know. I can't check. Time to introduce the host. I'm the favorite host here, of course. AC Nobody, Crown Prince of Chaos. We got Dan Taco Wizard. Say hello.
Hello?
We got Zoya back for another episode. Shocking. Say hello.
Hello.
And then we got Canuck, who will not say hello. And we got Dan Marino, also known as Modern Economist, playing the
hello.
fucking games.
I'm Batman.
What happened to Ratatouille?
I beat it.
You beat the rat.
I'm too good at Ratatouille for
You killed the rat.
Yeah, I
You
beat
think that
you
would
it.
answer
the
to
right
the Jewish
answer.
question?
Okay.
What?
I feel
I
like
don't
I'm
think he
being
said
led on
anything.
a question here.
I
Entrapment.
don't think you should respond to anything.
Fine.
Anyway, that game has the Nemesis system, right?
I need
Emmett, what?
The Nemesis system.
What do you mean?
Oh, wasn't there like this fucking major system that they implemented called the Nemesis system?
Fuck are you talking about?
Is that only for Shadow of War? I don't fucking know. I just heard it was in like the fucking Arkham series or something, and it was like amazing.
There's fear system. Which just
What's
means
the
people
fear
lose
system?
their shit when they see everyone knocked out around them.
Okay, then that's not the Nemesis stuff. Anyway, so how is everyone doing today? You know, it's
I am
been a
doing my
bit.
part to get this show demonetized.
You know,
You will not do no. You will do no such thing. I want to get this done sometime in the next 40 minutes, and I think Zoya has to go in like 30.
that is true. Well, I'm doing okay myself. You know, kind of hectic.
Huh. All right.
I feel
Well,
that every
anyway.
episode I get more and more deranged
wrong
and
people.
crazy.
Yeah, eventually you're gonna have to go the way of a certain someone who is no longer here in the podcast.
I thought he went to school or something, bro. He's
No,
East
she's
England or Canada, right?
No. They never existed. There was no other host.
Yes, absolutely not. But hypothetically, if there were one, we don't want you to become like him, Ken.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anyway, today's topic will be the teleological arguments. It's a philosophical arguments, and I quite happen to know a lot about it because I just wrote an essay on it. Anyway, it's an argument for the existence of God, and it basically goes along like this. William Paley is the philosopher who made this, by the way. So you know a watch, right? A pocket watch.
Right.
Let's say you just
Watches.
find it.
Killed my parents.
Unfortunately for you, I didn't ask.
That's why I
So,
was so
anyway.
watch and beat up people. Those
Anyway,
famous
there's let's say there's this pocket watch, right? And you find it on the ground. Now, you pick up this pocket watch. Do you assume it came naturally? Or do you think it was made by a creator because you see its intrinsic parts and how like it was designed to be a watch, right?
You've got a point. It was certainly made by someone. You know?
But that's
We
the
would
thing.
hope so. I
Someone
don't
made the
think-
law because there's a plain and well-known process for it.
Yep. Anyway,
Is there-
someone made a watch, right? That implies the existence of a watchmaker. Okay? William Paley, he's like, that's a fine watch. Now look around you and you see all these laws of nature and everything and the human system and how it's so intrinsic and so complicated that even we don't understand it fully to this day, and how like symbiotic relationships are existing and everything is basically in order.
Oh, all of that
He
is not to
argues.
mention. All of that is not to mention the fine-tuning theory. I don't know if you've heard about that.
That is the teleological argument. It's the
No,
fine
but you didn't
tuning.
mention the universal constants of
Oh, I'm getting there. All right. I'm getting there.
for life to exist, to like come about on planets.
Yeah, I'm getting there. But basically, he's saying like, hey, this is all pretty intrinsic and complex, right? Wouldn't that imply the existence of a world maker, an intelligent designer that was created by a divine entity, maybe even God?
I'd say that has some points to it.
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
And, well, Zoya, I know you're a staunch atheist. I mean, you really have it out for the big G up there. What do you think of that argument?
I feel. Okay, so let's say take the universal constants thing. All right. It just if universal constants were different, that still does. That means that leaves two possibilities that either life can exist in a different universe where some universal constants are different, or where life in a different universe where the universal constants are different, that life either exist or not exist, right? Then wouldn't it make sense to say that in a universe where life does exist, people like us would go, hey, these universal constants make it that we can exist, therefore we must be special. While in a universe where life is not capable of doing that, that means as universal constants where life is incapable of developing. So I feel that this is a case of survivorship bias, where people only analyze and say that this universe is where we can exist.
Okay.
Sorry.
Isn't that assuming that the multiverse theory is true?
And if the multiverse theory is true, then that also proves God does exist, because there's got to be one universe where he does exist.
It's also
I'm gonna kick this guy through this window. Look at this.
that's it.
Damn. That adds a lot to the conversation, not gonna lie.
Oh God, yes, sir.
I mean, there was a similar action scene when you first made your point at the end of your intro there, Crown Prince. I've been watching this Spider-Man game. Know nothing about it, but I've been watching this video game.
So you didn't hear anything about what I said?
No, I heard everything about what you said.
I hate these fucking stun gun guys because you can't do anything about them.
Hey, Canuck, what do you make of the teleological argument?
Stun him.
I love
Take that,
God.
motherfucker.
You love God?
Oh, that's nice.
Damn. My guy
He's
out
a
here
real
just...
G, bro. On God. He
Oh,
real.
God.
He always there for you.
Is that so?
Agree.
What? I personally find that the argument is good, but it does have some critiques, right? Like there's evolutionary theory, all right, and they basically say that because evolutionary theory exists, it just proves the existence of God, which I don't think is the case. I think there's some aspects to that.
All right. Let me hit you with some spicy sauce right here, right?
Go ahead.
All right, let's do it.
God made the cells, so God made the basics of life that we're still unable to decode.
That's
According to Hinduism, right? We reset. Essentially, the humans become the demons, right? And we're sort of becoming more and more evil. Already, it's said to be that 75% of people are evil.
But the problem,
I
don't think it's hard to basically prove the existence or make a solid argument for a divine intelligent creator, right? I think the problem comes when trying to prove that the divine intelligent creator is one specific divine intelligent creator. Like, who's to say that Zeus doesn't exist, or the council council of gods, or that?
I mean, I am a polytheist, so
I see.
Well,
So you're a multiple atheist?
Can't argue with that.
Like a polytheist,
Paul atheist,
multiple
yeah.
gods. Yeah, I'm a Hindu.
Yeah.
Polytheist is how it's spelled.
Yes,
I think
I just have a goofy accent.
I think the trouble comes with pinning one god to it, right? For example, the Abrahamic God, Yahweh, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, the Divine Three, the Big G, right?
Biden. Don't forget Biden.
What? Biden?
Don't forget Joe Biden.
Oh yeah, sorry, Joe Biden as well, the Big J. It's hard trying to fit it to that one point.
The real reason his speech is incomprehensible is it's not because he's below, it's because he's above us.
Fucking on Joe.
On Joe. On Jay.
on Big J, and we can't understand what he's saying because what he's speaking is so divine, you
It's
know?
like that one episode. It's like an episode of it was regular. So they drank this potion that made them super smart, but they overdosed on it. So they became so smart that they could not understand regular human language. And no one could understand them either.
If a diploma will prove I'm smarter than you, then so be it! Huh? Ah! I can't read it!
Probably because you're still too stupid. Here. Huh? What kind of writing is this?
Mordecai, Rigby, you guys. Huh? Mordecai, Rigby, get downstairs right now and clean up the mess you made, or I am gonna fire.
Dude, what is he saying?
Oh no. We've become so smart, they're stupid to us. Quorum he, vitio Morianis.
Morianis? Morianis vestris incipiat rem totem!
Et harum facere deberet ire stultum.
If you hadn't made fun of me so much, none of this would have happened.
So I think that might explain the Joe Biden phenomena. You guys have a point.
Biden's an INTJ.
I'll put up like a clip from that episode on the screen too when I edit this. It is a real episode of the show.
By the way, has anyone seen the recent holy words of Joe Biden?
But
No.
he's going to cut the
Which
deficit.
ones?
Should I play
Cut
it?
the deficit by $2 trillion.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna play this.
By increasing, like, stock buyback taxes. Which, like, abysmally low anyways, so...
Okay, that's actually kind of based. Let me watch this.
Report that came out. CNN
Yeah, I'll watch
says
it. I solved
Republicans
the puzzle.
call Biden
Arkham-
infrastructure program
Arkham
socialism,
Asylum.
and then they ask
Which
for
one
the
is
money.
this?
And it goes through all of Republicans, the most conservative Republicans, who
Channels.
call it socialism,
There's this video.
and how they're asking for it. The guy named Paul Gosser, he's written 3 separate letters to the administration asking for projects in his district.
Forbidden.
He says it enhanced the quality of life, they
Forbidden
ease congestion,
knowledge.
boost the
Here it is.
economy. Voted against it, says it's all socialism. Go down the list. Kentucky Representative Andy Barr, the biggest socialist agenda. 3 different projects he wants, studying the importance of the safety and growth of his district. Rand Paul, I go down the list, look it up. Socialism. I didn't know there were that many socialist Republicans.
Boom! Bam! Bop! Bada bop! Boom! Pow!
Yeah, Gosar is insane.
Gosar
guy-
was base, though.
Who's the guy
Gosar was
who
a
got
bit base. I'll go on a
He's an
Gosar's
idiot.
a bit base.
Social media wise, he's cool. Legislature wise,
Yeah,
His
yeah.
legislature's bad, and he did that stupid AOC shit, and he was like, "Oh, it was actually the border," and it's like, dude, just say you posted some random ass meme. Why the hell did you back yourself in the corner? And he lost all his committee seats for it.
I mean, it was a good meme, but why do you lose the committee seats?
Bro,
Because they're like, "No, you did a
I
death
love
threat
the
for me," and
fucking.
instead of being like, "Oh no, I just posted some random ass meme I saw. I didn't mean to threaten you," he was like, "Actually, no, it's about the border," and like still
Oh.
cutting her head off at the border. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, so like, he did a bad job of defending the.
Yeah, you did a bad
Yeah.
job like defending himself. I think it's kind of funny. It's really
I
funny.
agree.
Like, this is probably the most based ad I've seen from a politician in a while.
It is.
Like, you don't see anyone else doing this shit. It's funny.
Okay, but like speaking of Biden actually making some valid points, he made a recent campaign ad where he played Trump saying that, like, if Biden wins, like, he will hide away and never run for anything again.
I shouldn't joke because you know what? Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
I see you posted a graph, Zolea.
Let's see this.
Is this a giraffe?
Wilson did nothing good. But put his ass lower. Put his ass lower. Like that man did nothing.
What's
Wilson
happening?
Wilson's overall a bad president, but you can't deny he did good things.
He fixed
right?
the
He can
economy.
go kill himself.
He did. I agree. I'm gonna agree with Soleil on this one. The greatest.
I'd say like he's like the dynamic if he's done like such great things and such horrible things that they like middle out, so he has like nothing, no goodwill in the end.
Okay,
No, then Wilson.
He restarted the Ku Klux Klan, my brother.
What?
Yeah. That's clearly
So
very
the second
bad.
revival happened when he was in a stroke. It was his wife who was more responsible for
He
it.
literally screened the fucking film that brought it back.
We had a revival in the early part of the 20th century. Why was that?
Another fan of the KKK was none other than President Woodrow Wilson.
Tell me about the screening of the film called The Birth of a Nation by D.W. Griffith.
It was unfortunate for our country that the first movie ever screened in the White House was a racist movie by a racist Democratic president. The film led to the rebirth of the Klan in America. The film quoted Wilson. It denounced the Reconstruction era when blacks briefly held office. It depicted blacks, played by whites in blackface, as ugly, vulgar, and uncivilized predators who liked nothing better than raping white women.
Okay. I'm gonna be really geek out, but at that time, that was the most advanced film ever made. Like the idea of having a shot where one person is standing in a place and cut to another shot of that same person standing there, as in like the same room, that was created for that film. Is a monumental step in filmmaking, and it's so awful that it's that fucking film.
I would say I like the greatest list with FDR and Lincoln. I would put Washington up there. With
Fuck FDR. He was a
Clinton's a bit
socialist.
more than
He can
that.
kill himself.
I think Clinton and
Why
Ford need to go up there.
Washington in the greatest? Why isn't Washington in the greatest?
I think he should be up there with those two, though. FDR should also be there.
I think Coolidge is too on the bad too. Or it's just
Okay,
funny.
Trump.
I like the film where he's
Okay, listen. People can hang me for this. People can hang me for this. But I think Trump should be in the complicated ones.
I honestly, yeah, I'd go with that.
I agree. Trump was complicated.
I put
I don't
Trump
think he should be
near
above
Nixon.
Clinton.
Yeah,
Okay,
why is
okay, wait, wait.
Clinton? Sorry, no. Why is Nixon? Why is Nixon like not even close to the bottom of the list?
No,
Motherfucker,
no, Nixon
literally.
Nixon should.
Nixon is so good.
It should be on the furthest
Nixon
right.
should be
Nixon literally broke the law. Nixon literally broke the law.
That was
Yeah,
what
the
I
whole
said.
Watergate.
You guys
With
know that
Watergate,
Nixon-
with
Sorry?
Watergate, he should be all the way out the back.
Okay,
With
so-
Watergate, he should be gone.
Other than Watergate, his presidency was a complete W.
I agree. Speaking of Watergate, you know what he
I
said
mean, like,
in it
look,
raw?
Pull out of
Clean-
Vietnam. Which he fucking failed. He failed
Coolidge,
Vietnam.
Coolidge.
and the Clean Air Act, which were like extremely important for the environment.
He also broke the fucking law. But anyway,
That was
I
that
think
one
Coolidge
time.
Coolidge should also go up with the greatest. Fuck the Coolidge haters. Coolidge haters are terrible.
You can't put Reagan
Nixon's
more
one of the
right on the
best
bad
presidents
things
for
than
the
Nixon, though. You can't do that.
He also made the EPA, which is nice.
Also, Coolidge, why is he all the way at the bottom? He should be with the greatest.
I don't think there's much bad.
Yep.
He did. He just kind of
Coolidge
existed.
He slept in
Honestly,
office. That's all he
Coolidge
did. He did
I
nothing.
put Coolidge near Harrison. He did nothing. Like
He did
but
nothing.
That is sort of what his whole
One
point.
bad-
And Literally,
Coolidge was cool with deregulation, which means he's cool with the Great Depression.
he didn't even care about the Great Depression. He just like slept.
Hoover.
That's
shit.
bad,
Literally
you
just
know?
ignore
say-
like the complaints.
Or about,
He'd invite people to complain to him about things and then just not show up. And he did it constantly.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
based.
That's
I don't
not.
know how much.
He's like the
Herbert-
definition of the mega Chad.
He is.
Didn't Herbert Hoover contribute more to the Great Depression, like much more than Coolidge? Or am I mistaken?
Yeah,
So-
Coolidge didn't do anything really.
Hoover kind of
No, no,
continued
one really
Coolidge.
cringe-
And then when the
Depression would not
Depression hit, he fucked it up really bad. He decided that, the economy's shutting down, so he decided to place insanely high tariffs on everything. So now you can't export goods anymore,
Oh yeah, that's
which
bad.
just hampered the economy.
Another bad thing he did was the immigration. Like he made a quota system, but it was it was based on race.
Race realism, really
Nice.
bad.
Like I'd be
Which
fine
is-
with the 3% quota, but the problem is he made it different for each country, and it was very clearly more towards the fairer end of.
It wasn't just that. It was specifically designed to discriminate against everyone who wasn't a white Protestant.
Yeah,
Everyone else got
that's kind of
screwed.
what I'm trying to say. That's kind of what I'm saying.
OMG, West has not collapsed on God, guys, for real. We have saved the West, Patrick.
What do people think when they say that shit? Like, oh no, whoops, sorry, guess that's it.
Like there was one part of Calvin Coolidge where people are just like, Mr. President, do you have an opinion on this? And he's like, no. Do you have an opinion on this? No. Do you have an opinion on this? No. And he's like, don't quote me on that, by the way.
Yeah,
He's like
that
the
is a pretty
definition
bad
of like
choice.
neutrality in the
Like,
based way.
President should want to be president. They should not be like, I don't care about my job. All right.
He didn't run for president. He got it because
Yeah.
Harding died.
He was a vice president,
okay, I'll
and
run
all he
again.
did while he was vice president, was sleep, and then he became president, and then he slept.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, I think that's
Coolidge.
bad.
Coolidge.
No,
Coolidge, yeah.
personally, I think doing nothing is bad.
Are you kidding me? He led one of the greatest eras of fucking U.S. history.
But you gotta
And he
consider,
didn't
too,
fuck
the guy
it up.
behind him was like an
Coolidge
extremely
caused
corrupt
the Great
bastard.
It
The
was
Roaring
good,
Twenties weren't called the Roaring Twenties for no reason.
but they were built
Yeah,
on
cool
credit.
with Coolidge.
That was
Bro, that was
they were held.
a bubble waiting to pop.
It was a bubble.
Yeah, and he didn't pop it.
Okay, then would you say the same thing for Bill Clinton, who technically had an even better economy, but also caused the Great Recession?
No,
Yeah, but
no,
he didn't do
Bush
anything.
really fucked up with what he
Yeah.
did.
Calvin Coolidge did nothing, and then Bill Clinton did something, and Bill
Then-
Clinton like fucked it up hard.
Then like
Okay,
Bush,
let's say
it's not even all his fault because the banks fucking lied about it for like 2 quarters, which is what caused it to be so massive when it finally broke.
I will.
He doesn't control fraud.
Okay, I will defend W on this one. He did warn about the Great Recession. He warned multiple people about it.
He blew up the
What was the
Pentagon.
fire was
He blew up the Twin Towers. He
Oh yeah,
blew
that
up
too.
Iraq.
Worst president
no,
ever. He
Hitler
blew
did
up the
not
Twin
know
Towers
that.
and the fucking Pentagon. What a loser.
Well, you got me on that one.
He also declared the war on terror.
My
I
argument.
mean, it was pretty based in Afghanistan when women weren't like stoned to death for going to school and showing their hair.
Yeah.
But that's kind of gone again.
We
Where's
could've-
Biden
we could've
in this
let the
list?
commies
Where's
win
Biden in this
war in
list?
Afghanistan. This would have been.
He's in the gray zone. He needs to be. I want to see the Biden second term when he has like no like accountability.
Okay,
for, like,
Biden
shit
should
anymore.
not be. Okay, God bless Biden. I think Biden's great, but he should not be in like the fucking middle of everything. He should be in the complicated ones at the very least.
He hasn't done much bad. It's just he's early to put him on like the good list.
I agree with it. I think his
No,
foreign policy's
no,
been
no.
pretty bad, personally.
His border policy has been bad. He's led the fucking country
He
to.
has had border detention.
He's led the country to insane inflation rates.
Okay, the problem is, modern economist, he only has that many arrests because there's such a flood at the border. Like people.
No. That has shut down. He put in new work programs, which makes many of the people who would illegally enter the country legally enter through these work visas. Who knows what happens in 2 years when those run up? But
Okay, I didn't know about that.
Also, not to mention, like, crime has gone up under his watch, fucking inflation has skyrocketed, he still hasn't dealt with that. I don't even think he's running the country.
Yeah.
he is. Inflation's stagnated at this point, which I can hope
which is
for.
Isn't it going?
But
which is
unemployment's
not
at
great.
historic lows. The GDP's at historic highs. The stock market's all shaky though.
Yeah. Let's let Zalea speak. Why did you put Biden between the good people and the complicated ones? Which, by the way, I agree with that placement. But why?
I disagree.
I put Biden there because, I mean, there is certainly recency bias here, but, I mean, Biden has certainly done many good things in his presidency.
He should be immediately in the bad tier list. He should be immediately put in the bad tier list because of hiring the IRS. The IRS are scum. They're thieves. They're fucking mafia.
The IRS
Sounds like a libertarian now.
Pay up your taxes, huh?
You didn't pay up your taxes. You're gonna answer to the Don, Joey Biden.
Hey, I tell you, huh? You want to be locked up in the East Wing of the Pentagon, huh?
Yeah, you wanna go meet old Biden. He gonna knock you real good. He gonna kill your family. You didn't pay your taxes.
Come to me on the night of my daughter's wedding.
You did the math wrong. You're going to jail.
You come to me
did the
tonight
math
on the day
wrong.
of my daughter's tax filing.
You did the math wrong. You didn't give me my money. And now you want to sue the government? I gonna put you in jail and put down your father.
That's a very
Oh
nice
God,
thought
huh?
you have there.
You know, we know the
Be
amount,
famous
but we
doesn't
won't
have
tell you how much you need to pay. You need to calculate that for yourself, huh?
On God, for real.
Bro sounded more like Luigi than like a mobster, not gonna lie.
Wow, on God, for real. Mario.
Okay, so now we've established Ryan's a mobster. What do you think about him now? If he's like Sigma male, Brando Grindset.
What?
Dark Brandon. Oh my God, guys.
Dark Brandon. Holy shit. Remember his speech where he like declared war on the right?
Yeah.
I remember they did one speech where he's like talking about like how good democracy is and like aiding Ukraine, and they put him in like this fucking like imperial like Star Wars red backlighting for some fucking reason.
Yeah, here it is.
Velaki will not go unchecked, Jack.
Yeah, like
Velaki will not go
Who
unchecked,
decided this?
Jack.
It
Bro,
was
looks
a really
like
good
fucking
speech
Emperor
too. I don't know why they made him
Palpatine.
look like a fucking emperor in it.
Some parts of it were good.
Esoteric Bidenism.
Are we gonna talk about this tier list, or are we gonna move on to like PSUS?
Okay, I put Bush Senior in the meh category as well.
Oh my God.
I certainly
fucking
wouldn't put
love
him
that.
farther in bad things than Junior.
Bush Jr. and that Bush Senior did more bad things than Junior. You're saying?
That's what it says on the list. I wouldn't agree with that.
Not to mention.
The complicated ones is like a more positive.
Not to mention, you see like the fucking guards in the background. I mean, like he looks even worse with the guards in the backgrounds, because just like, and the flag too. He literally just looks like Emperor Palpatine.
He doesn't
Like, holy
organize
shit.
this shit. Like, I don't know who the fuck decided this is what we're gonna look like. We're gonna make him speak about the greatness of democracy, but make him look like the Galactic Emperor at the same
It's
time.
literally just this guy from like the new Star Wars movie.
Let me go to the podcast text. Oh wow, that is good.
Yeah, that is what he looks like.
Do you guys not like the lighting though? I mean,
No!
It makes him look really
Wait,
cool
hold on.
and like badass, but doesn't match
Do
with the
you
speech at
support
all.
Biden, Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, honestly, I'm probably voting for him for re-election in 2020.
Kill
Are you
yourself,
insane?
Kill
Are you
yourself.
insane? My guy, bro, my guy is like
insert the
not
fucking kill
there.
yourself right now. Insert that shit right now.
I was thinking maybe Ron DeSantis over him, but then he gets even more involved in the culture war, and he has no
Oh my
environmental plan.
Just move to Canada
He
at this point,
does.
bro.
No, you should move to America.
What
You
is-
should come here.
does
If you
he have
if you want to
environment-
complain about it, why don't you enter the country?
I mean, I am a citizen, so I can vote overseas. So
Okay.
wait. Should I vote from
people
goofy
love
ass
to talk about
Canadian
overseas
control?
voters being crazy in the way they vote. So you got to vote for like the fringe party.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm gonna do because it's funny as hell. Like, should I vote for Patrick Buchanan, 2024, or should I vote
no.
for?
Okay, so in the Democratic
Buchanan
primaries,
is-
there's this woman
Ah.
who told people to
Listen.
pray away cancer and is like crystal ball chakras type shit. Who's trying to primary Biden for some fucking reason?
show like
The polling's abysmal.
her? Or
Listen,
who is this?
in my humble opinion, I think Ron DeSantis would be all right. I'm a conservative, so that's not a surprise.
Okay, so does
Well,
he have an environmental
Ron
plan?
DeSantis is less of a conservative and more of an authoritarian.
He became more authoritarian for like no apparent reason, is my opinion on.
I don't think he's authoritarian. I don't know.
Speaks abortion bans, literally going against like as a defense lawyer, he's just like watching while they're just torturing his clients and laughing. And
Wait, was he a lawyer before he was governor?
he was a military JAG, and when he was supposed to be a defense lawyer for Guantanamo Bay prisoners, some of whom he was just watching them like being tortured, and he's just like laughing at the people.
I think that would be all over the news if that were the case. I think that would be all over the news if that were the case.
Okay, but I always hear
Well,
about, like,
DeSantis is just kind of a. I don't know if he kind of like feigns what I would say like a sort of ooey attitude. Like I think he knows exactly what he's doing. I don't think he's an idiot. Like and you can say Trump,
and that's why I would.
He's just like a fucking idiot half the time.
Yeah, and that's why I would vote for Ron DeSantis, because I think he's the only person who knows what he's fucking doing. I mean, Biden doesn't even know half the time what the fuck he's doing, bro. He probably doesn't even know he's the president of the United States at some point.
He wakes up in the White House. I think that's.
the thing with Biden is.
Hey Jack, what do we do? Where am I? What ice cream, Jack?
Okay,
I mean, half the time he's at ice cream stores, so you're not far off.
Favorite ice cream is mint chocolate chip.
Disregarding his higher level language that we clearly are too low to understand.
He has a stutter,
True.
which is impressive. He can even speak.
It is impressive he can even speak. He has so much knowledge that he can't even formulate sentences.
Exactly. The thing is,
But really, if you've ever heard a real stutter, like that shit is debilitating.
Holy shit.
Okay. Honestly, let me get.
Who the fuck would you rather Putin to face up against? The fucking guy who's like knows what he's fucking doing, or the guy who doesn't even know his name?
Look, I really have to go now. All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let me just give you a sample.
I'll defend Biden.
The only like
speech. And by the way, you know, I sit on that stand and I get hot. I got hairy legs that turn long to the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach into the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight. And then watch the hair come back up again and look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping up on my lap. I love kids jumping up on my lap.
Like, do you want that person going up against Putin?
I like the fucking corn pop story.
No, the foreign policy.
Corn pop. Corn pop.
I'll give you that.
Corn pop's fun. I like that story. It doesn't make any sense.
Didn't he have like another one like not too long ago where it was about the nurse and he got really sexual about the nurse?
I mean,
how it looks to the
there's
people.
shell shock shit where in like post World War II they did that sort of stuff to help deal with people with like PTSD. And his whole family did die in a car crash. So
Yeah, that might have been what he was referring to.
I don't know.
Really weird.
Anyway, let's get on with the pizza segments. That is probably going to be outdated in the next 2 days.
Biden.
All right, so let's first talk about the polls because the presidential election is coming up soon. When is the fucking election anyway?
It should be
week.
It's gonna be done by the time this comes out, but yeah.
When is it?
I mean, it's like late 2051 in now, so it probably is in about 9 days.
Wait, what the fuck? Why am I not on the poll for the UCA house later? Whatever. That doesn't matter anymore, I guess, because this is my last election. Oh, I think this what's it called? This election cycle is going to be a very close one, and I think it's going to define the future of PCSUS legitimately.
Fred, get your money, man. Life goes on.
I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take you away and be hopeful, and he'll make a way. I know it ain't because we hopeful.
Anyway, let's wrap this up with the Canuck segment because we don't have a guest today. Shocker, I know, right? Canuck, what do you got for us today?
Alright, guys. Today we talk about China.
Vagina?
What?
See what you're saying here. You continue on, Mr. Canuck.
What are you just saying here? We talk about China.
I'm saying to talk
China.
about China. I'm letting him talk.
Yeah, you know the China, huh?
Yeah, I know the China.
The Chino.
Anyways, goofy accents aside, so I just wanted to discuss some.
Wait,
events.
mate, what the fuck do you mean about goofy accents aside? We're going to keep it off for the rest of the segment, you know?
Oi.
I'd be obligated to rather agree with
You're supposed to say Aussie. Like,
Is that
oh my
the fucking Joker I saw on the screen?
Yeah, it was the Moker.
I love
Poker.
It was
Moker.
the fucking Mocha? Who the fuck is the Mocha? I never fucking heard of him in my life.
You heard of this guy? Crown Prince?
No, I never fucking heard of this guy. He wasn't like my avatar for 2 weeks. Fuck no, he wasn't my avatar for 2 years straight. Fuck no.
It's kind of like the clown. You know, the clown that only scares gay people.
Yeah, it's the
Perhaps he's the crown prince of crime and the crown prince of chaos. Maybe, who knows? Anyway, what the fuck are you want to say about China? I have you know Danny's from China, so you better watch your mouth.
Well, don't be all shy now.
Yeah, you don't really want to be a little shy Tony now, do you?
I know you have your microphone on.
I like how they announced that they'll be able to see him. Like, what the fuck, that helps?
The man ain't speaking.
Oh wait, Canuck. China,
Yes.
yeah.
Alright,
what
alright,
about fucking China?
So recently, their foreign minister has told America to stop payment or risk conflict.
What?
Lol.
So basically, they're like, so America's supporting Ukraine.
Yeah.
And so the country's foreign minister, I think Qin Gang, told that if America does not change course, strengthen the combative tone at a moment when relations between the rivals are at historic low, then a confrontation will happen.
A concentration?
Confrontation.
They're gonna kill them all?
Oh, so they want to fucking declare war?
Okay, I hope she's not
Yes.
serious. I mean, that would be a...
Oh boy, I can't wait for Revelations to take place where lakes turn to literal fire. This is something that I've been thinking about. Everyone was just like, Revelations kind of crazy. Like the lakes turning to fire. I don't know. Have you seen the power of nukes? I think they will turn the lakes to fire and hell will open up.
I mean, it's already happened in my state. Not to name said.
Yeah, Lake Erie, you can light a match and set it on fire.
There have been certain bodies of water catching fire multiple times.
I'm pretty sure Revelations wasn't predicting like, I don't know, divine like shit happening. I think that it was predicting a nuclear war back in like.
That's actually very. That would make sense.
I mean,
That
a lot
seems
of
like a
like,
rationalization.
100 million man army. Everyone theorizes that it could come from China.
yeah, who knows? Maybe Revelations was on to something.
And the United States also has 100 million able-bodied men.
You have to draft like kids to get 100 million.
No, about 25% of the population is children. The other 25% are elderly.
Yeah, so maybe Revelations is on.
You'd have to draft like some old guys, but we could make it 100 million.
But, I mean, you have to pick up like 40-year-olds and shit, but...
No, you couldn't do it with like the regular age range. You'd have to get some really old people or some kind of young people, but we could do it.
Yeah, but China's in a demographic collapse right now.
So China wants to kill the United States of America. What a shocker.
Yeah. So I guess I was going to bring up the point that I think a couple months ago, it's sort of been revealed that with leaked data, China's birth rate has fallen even faster than what scientists have predicted.
Oh, Jesus. Of course.
So many people say that there's probably an over-accounted 200 million people.
Jeez.
Like we're talking 200
sub-botting.
That's like 2/3 of America. They accidentally, or not accidentally, but rather they overcounted on
Yeah. Don't believe any Chinese government statistics.
Yeah, I mean, they literally set up a firewall to prevent like anyone from really know what was going on. They literally
Even
created
too,
because you
it's like the Great Wall of China, but online. Like, holy fuck! Don't believe the Chinese. They don't want people knowing what's going on. So that's why I say we should firebomb China right now.
My opinion is that they're sort of paper tigering right now, right? It's going to sort of be like Russia, where they had just have a shitty ass army.
Okay, no. The Soviet
You have
Union,
America,
the Soviet
and you have
Union
its
had
foreign
an
military
actual-
conflicts in like Iraq and Afghanistan. We just fucking crushed any like semblance of a real military. And like you look at
Yeah, we
Russia,
did
and they
kind
can't handle like the poorest nation in Europe.
Like the American army is like so goddamn professional. That's insane. Which is why the only hope of beating the United States is in a nuclear war, because both sides die and both sides lose, or by having it cause a civil war.
A house divided falls unto itself.
Exactly.
Famous President Lincoln.
Maybe that's why both China and Russia fund extremists.
Yes.
Exactly.
And actually, honestly, bro, if China, China has been sort of found to been meddling with Canadian elections.
Yeah, fuck China. Get over goddamn.
My only problem with it is they're still letting the liberals win.
Yeah, exactly. Like, couldn't you choose at least the NDP? Shake it up a little, Jesus.
NDP. No, you should just elect the Democrats. Just get annexed by the United States.
No, fuck you. I will literally sign up to fight the United States.
Honestly, if the US ever invades, I will.
If the United States ever tries to, what the hell, Harley?
What the hell? Okay, we're gonna need to put this in the editing. Like, Jesus.
I'm not putting this. I'm not putting anything over the screen for this part so they can see.
I'm beating a woman right now. I'm Women's
Oh God.
Women's History Month. Okay, that's all I need. Can we gag you again? I want to put back there. Yeah, there you go.
I'm probably gonna get like fucking yelled at for this, but couldn't they choose like better looking women to represent Women's History Month? Like, Jesus.
Well, the whole point is
like I was watching like I was like looking at an update for one of the games that just like updated, and they chose like the fucking most hideous person to just represent Women's History Month. Like,
yeah, I'd say Amelia.
God damn.
I think Amelia Earhart was pretty cute.
Yeah, sure, but like, who the fuck is that? Behavior. Why did you choose them to like fucking represent Women's History Month? Like, Jesus Christ.
My face to choose trans women to represent Women's History Month. Also, why is everybody getting a month now? Like, isn't history supposed to be like something that's there every single day?
No, I think they should put White History Week in the middle of Black History Month. Just my.
That would be. I would support that.
As an actual minority, I find it more offensive that we're relegated to a month rather than like, just.
Can we just like fucking get rid of all the fucking history months?
Right, exactly. That's my point.
A lot of people are arguing that, and I agree with them. I do agree, but
how about we just how about this? Okay, here's my proposal.
Yeah, sure.
For the entire year, we just have Human History Month.
Zam.
How about
That's every month. Zam.
How could anybody have thought of that? Oh my God, you're
like, can we celebrate every single history, like Black history, women's history, men's history, Asian history, just all in the same month?
It's hard to argue with this assessment,
Exactly. Like, we'll be celebrating all cultures because all cultures are important and should be recognized.
Hey, look at the Easter egg that they did where they made Harley Quinn pregnant and then never went on it again.
Oh. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up for the podcast. Final parting words. Hey guys, I like equality. Can we have equality for all? That would be kind of cool. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Anyone else want to give a closing statement besides Canuck?
Wow. Actually, I will on the situation in relation to we can cut it out.
What?
I'm gonna give my closing statement last so that we can play the grocery store music to cut it out.
Okay, let's go, Dan Murray. I don't know. What are you saying?
I gotta show you this Easter egg. Look, see, he doesn't have like AIDS, or what the fuck he has.
Very cool. Thank you.
But like, I gotta say, once the cutscene, what happened to the big head, blue Batman, man?
I don't know. Dr. Pepper, you got anything to say besides your phone going off?
Okay, but look at this. It's Boneless Joker. It's Boneless Joker. Boneless Joker. Boneless Joker.
We're gonna need to have this unedited so people can see footage again.
Boneless Joker, man. Boneless Joker.
Oh, wait. Doctor, what are you saying? Besides your phone going bing bing.
I said.
Okay, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him
I
now.
don't have anything to say. I'm good.
Well, you're
Depends
late.
on what you're
Okay,
thinking.
Canuck, say your funny little thing and let's go.
Alright, guys. As we always know, death to the north, and I love.
I think that's about does it. Alright, I believe you stopped recording, right, Doctor?
Yeah, I'll stop now. Yep.
Alright, thank you for causing 2 more hours of work.